under the cover of night, traveling by the light of the full moon. They slipped into town unnoticed, arriving not at the main depot in the central business district, but in the industrial train yards. They moved in unison, like Shaka and the Zulus. They traveled light, few possessions. They moved quickly, infiltrating local communities and neighborhoods and institutions. Their main weapons were unity, love. They fed people when they were hungry, loved people when they were down. If they needed shelter, they not only took them in, but they skill shared, creating mutual aid networks, planting, working the land, showing folks how we as a community can create a new way of owning the land. When they had community dinners, they invited as many people as they could. And over the din of the music and the partying, you would hear their conversations peppered with phrases like, para todos, todo. Para nosotros, nada. Everything for everyone and nothing for ourselves. We shall walk and ask questions. We shun private property. We believe everyone deserves something to eat, a place to stay, medicine, and actually life-affirming education just for being alive. No meritocracy, no myth of meritocracy. They would slip into the neighborhood meetings and act like they didn't know each other. And they would turn the war of words into a movement for the people. Amen in each other, seconding that emotion. They worked in unison. And they created a kind of wave. Sometimes it took months, sometimes just a few weeks. See, they didn't indoctrinate or narrate down. They grounded with the masses of the people, creating an engagement where everybody would grow and create a third understanding, a common understanding. And people, they didn't free people, they helped people free themselves. Because once their consciousness was great, there was no turning back. They didn't see themselves as the savior or the solution. They saw themselves as a vanguard, a sort of one drop to create a wave of movement. And when it reached critical mass, they put themselves on the front line, in the line of fire, threw themselves into the gears of the empire. And once that moment happened, quickly they would meet back at the appointed place and time and move on to the next town. Move on to the next town. On and on. This train is built for speed. This train is built for speed. This train is built for speed. Fastest train you ever did see. And so when they got to the next town, there would be a few who had heard the word through the grapevine. And a swell was coming over. So when ICE showed up looking for people, they told them, borders are the scars on face of history. We don't respect that. They told them, fuck the police, coming straight from the underground. Young nigga got a bag because he brown. And the people felt their energy, saw that they were sincere, knew their truth, and they were moved and inspired to be their most courageous selves. And the fear began to wash away. The conditioning, the brainwashing dissolved before your very eyes. Because the masses of the people knew that revolution's at hand. And so they would meet back at the appointed place and time. This train is solid black. This train is solid black. This train is solid black. Once you catch this, you ain't never going back. Give thanks.